heinous affair, she did merely as directed, and did so superbly as usual. No, the murder weapon is far more sinister than mere meringue.
And to think, I knew when he was just a pimply-faced delivery boy.
You must be very proud.
No, I believe that the murder weapon is, at this moment, attempting to crawl into Fixer's left ear.
It's an emerald-spotted necrotizing hermit spider!
Ah, so we presume from the card on yon open cage.
Yawn?
Yeah, yawn.
Pencil neck, yawn? Hey, maybe I'll need a list. I'm not surprised. Its usage is rather archaic, so we can't use the freaking word? Feel free.
Will someone please apprehend the spider?
No, not like that! In case you hadn't noticed, we already have 2 bodies. And only one, I might add, is properly wrapped.
Thank you, Professor. And now I shall unmask the murderer. Now, before we begin, have a little murmur when I say that. Now, before we begin, I must warn you that our organization has had this firm under surveillance for quite some time, so prevarication is futile. Shall we begin with you, Dolores?
Me?
Yes, you, the naive young lady, seduced and betrayed by a charming and unscrupulous cad, twisting your sweet young love turned sour, twisting your tortured soul until no act is too depraved, too savage. You there! Spotlight. Come here. Your name, sir?
Wally Buster.
And Wally, did you deliver a cake to Miss Lacey earlier today? And what kind of cake was it?
Brown.
And chocolate?
Oh yeah, it's chocolate. I know, because I like the backside.
Oh, do they really do that stuff?
Do things really fall off the back of your truck?
Fair enough.
Now, think carefully. Was that chocolate a match to the crumbs found on young Miss Lacey's lips?
No, but I can like them if you like.
Okay, I confess. Marvelous! Now we can finish with all this silliness and get back to work. Josephine, fresh gloves. Come here, Professor. Not to killing him.
I admit to hating Mr. Whisk you off your feet with my bastard wanting to see him humiliated. Like he humiliated me. So yeah, I switched the cake for an exploding pie, but I didn't mean to kill him.
God, so it was you who introduced this confection of doom to the gathering. But you alone, without any help from, say, Mr. Horde, who solicited the original pastry?
This is ridiculous.
Remember, sir, you have no secrets.
I don't have to.
Seems Mr. Horde, born July 31st, 1961 in Oshawa, Ontario, you made an immense fortune through a pest control company, various investments, and sheer, generally ruthless business strategy. You have a wife who hates you, but loves your money, and 2 children, Butch and Maggie, who take after her. You also have in your possession a secret vault in your basement. Would you like the combination?
No.
Containing a number of rare artifacts and artwork. Oh, by the way, the Rembrandt is a fake.
Okay, this is preposterous.
You can tell by the cell phone tower in the background.
Okay, I had...
Regardless,
Regardless, I have no motive. Yeah, but you're scummy! Be that as it may.
Oh, can I go to Regina? Yeah, me too. Like, she's around. I feel like hold her hand or something. You need to be up here. Why are you back there? It's fine. Just move when you talk to her.
Yo, me too. I can hold her. Never mind.
Nobody leaves. Now, as to motive, the Star of Isis, just what is that exactly?
The Star of Isis?
star now?
In the hands of some associates of Mr. Leach.
Terrorists?
Maybe.
And you know nothing of these terrorists?
No, those are Donald's friends. I had no contact with them.
Ah, and thus your alibi is made, sir. While I have no doubt that you would gladly do away with Darnell Leach and claim the star for your own, without him, you have no way of attaining that which you desire. As to, contacting terrorists, Mr. Fixer.
Yes.
Keeping in mind the relative punishments for, murder versus, aiding terrorism versus, fraud, and keeping in mind that the, only Omar al-Badreen we've been able to locate is a 74-year-old used car salesman from Cairo with gout. Does the Egyptian Restoration Party actually exist?
No.
And, the star? What?
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 No terrorists?
Just
I only joined this game because I thought it was full of a bunch of crooks.
Ah, just the wrong kind of crooks, Mr. Horde. And, the Star of Isis.
A fake.
What?
We made it in my kitchen.
So it was all an elaborate fraud. Terrorist bomb found on a certain private plane.
We were going to fake our deaths, but I didn't kill Darnell. We were partners.
So your defense is that you are both crooks.
Officer!
Agent, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. And this just keeps getting better and better.
Don't believe him. Anyone who would stoop so low as to manufacture an archaeological find of such magnitude would stoop at nothing to fulfill his evil intent. Shame on him!
Yikes! As much as I would love to pin the blame for this on Mr. Fixer, the methodology of the crime would seem to preclude his involvement. That spider was deliberately placed on Mr. Leach's jacket. And, from the card...
The young one?
Yeah, that one. The emerald-spotted necrotizing hermit spider is as reclusive as it is deadly. Hiding in small cracks and crevices, it is only dangerous if disturbed, and, from his reaction a moment ago...
Yo, dude, you mean like when he squealed like your freaking girl with the caterpillar?
And then almost jumped up on a chair like he can goose by a homeless man with cold hands?
Precisely. Somehow I don't see him the type to go groping around in a dark cage for a deadly spider. Oh yes, you, Miss Relics, on the other hand, have both the requisite skills and the comfort level to do it. You did, after all, immediately recognize the animal in question.
Pish! Is that all that's concerning you? First of all, anyone who knew Darnell well was very well aware of the inherent dangers of his menagerie. He spoke of them incessantly. They were like his children.
Instead of a fake wife and kids, the rat bastard. May he rest in peace. He should have had a picture of a bunch of...
And as for their handling, well, despite popular media, it is not very well known that very few field archaeologists died to poison dart or ancient stone squisher things. The truth is that most died due to venomous bites, and most often it's because they've neglected to store their undies in well-sealed Ziplocs. It comes as a short but rude awakening.
I was once bit by an Algerian fire centipede. I can show you the scars sometime if you
Yes, Blue.
It was just, I know exactly what she was doing, and it's exceedingly unwise. Any man who's been alive more than 20 years or dead less than 200 is trouble.
So true.
So attention to this, please, Constable. Ashley,
Yes, Dusty?
any snakes?
No, but 6 centipedes and nasty scorpions in her left armpit.
Really?
Yeah, some big ones. I thought we could camp fry them for lunch.
You could have tried the cute one if you want to, that is.
Sir, most people only see the glamour of her profession. Hot days blazing across the desert so warm you could roast an egg on your camel's bum.
She said, it's on the list. Ready to bosom. Crawling into dark, murky holes, leading back to the depths of antiquity.
The smell of mold and decay and kerosene-soaked torches playing gently across your senses. Musty old dead things.
Tall, dark, Bedouin warlords with long flowing hair, valiant steeds, and ample oases.
Sorry. But for all the glamour, there's a veritable host of creepy crawlies who just have an uncanny knack, as they like to hide in musty places, for nesting in one's knickers.
So you are all well versed in this area.
Sir, we do not wear heavy boots and cover long johns for the fashion statement.
I'll say.
Just one last thing, Professor.
Yes?
Are the gloves crucial in the handling of these animals?
Only if you don't want your brains to ooze out of your ears and to swell up all grotesque like.
Ew, man, it doesn't sound good.
Indeed, it does not. Which leaves our mild-mannered accountant.
What about Justice
I saw that it was